Hey there, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to unlock a truly life changing secret today based on some absolutely fascinating medical insights. We're talking about how to actually rejuvenate aging muscles and stop mobility loss in its tracks. So many people feel lethargic or get unsteady on their feet, and they just chalk it up to, well, getting older. But spoiler alert, it doesn't have to be that way, and it definitely doesn't involve spending a fortune on those chalky, weird tasting protein powders. Let's break down exactly how this works. Okay, let's dive right into this. What if your muscles could rejuvenate by 10 years just by changing the way you eat? I know, it sounds a bit like magic, right? But it's actually grounded in pure biology. We so often rely on expensive protein powders or trendy supplements that honestly just end up causing stomach aches or bloating. But true muscle rejuvenation, it doesn't require spending a fortune. It's really just about giving your body the right fuel in a natural, highly digestible form. Section 1. The Hidden Muscle Crisis, Why Eating Enough Isn't Working. Take the incredibly relatable case of 74-year-old Mr. Sato. He lived a very diligent life, never skipped his 3 daily meals, ate plenty of vegetables. But slowly, he found himself getting completely exhausted just walking to the local market. He even started tripping on small steps. He thought he was perfectly healthy, until he looked down one day and realized his thighs had basically gone completely flat. His quote here is just incredible. "I eat so much rice, I can't believe I'm malnourished." When he was tested, his muscle mass was shockingly low for his age, particularly in his quadriceps. Those absolutely crucial muscles we use for walking, standing up, climbing stairs. Because he was avoiding meat to prevent stomach heaviness, his diet was almost entirely carbs and veggies. And here's the thing, when you lack digestible protein, you don't just lose muscle. Your immunity drops, your wounds heal incredibly slowly, and you feel this constant, unexplained fatigue. Empty energy from carbs might fill your stomach, sure, but it literally leaves your muscles starving. Section 2. The Digestion Trap. The real villain isn't your age. Now, you might be thinking, well, hey, I eat plenty of meat, so I'm totally fine. But consider 72-year-old Miss Maury. She ate pork and chicken every single day. She had a great appetite, and her weight was actually even increasing slightly. Yet her medical tests showed she was actively losing muscle mass. I mean, how is that even possible? The answer is something called digestive aging. As we get older, our stomach and intestines just don't work the exact same way they used to. The amount of enzymes available to break down proteins drops significantly. So in Miss Maury's case, all that heavy, fatty meat she was eating, it wasn't being digested at all. It was just sitting in her gut, causing indigestion, and most of it was just being excreted without ever being absorbed as fuel for her muscles. So the crucial point really comes down to how our bodies change over time. Young digestion, it easily breaks down heavy meats and steaks for fuel. But senior digestion functions entirely differently. It absolutely requires soft, highly digestible proteins to prevent stomach heaviness and malabsorption. If you're over 60 and eating lots of meat, but you're experiencing bloating, burping, or constipation, that isn't just general aging, guys. That's digestive aging. Seniors absolutely must shift their focus from the sheer quantity of protein they consume to the digestibility of that protein. Section 3. 3 miracle protein foods. Accessible, cheap, and powerfully effective. You really don't need fancy supplements here. Tofu and eggs are good, sure, but there are 3 totally ordinary foods you can find in almost any supermarket that bypass digestive aging entirely. Miracle food number 1, dried shrimp, or hoshiebi. You might think of it as just a simple flavor enhancer hiding in the back of your pantry, but it's actually a complete nutritional powerhouse. It's incredibly gentle on the stomach, requires absolutely zero heavy chewing, and it isn't oily at all, so no indigestion. Plus, it is completely packed with bone-building calcium and immune-boosting zinc. And this right here brilliantly illustrates why it's a true miracle food. By comparison, a regular egg gives you about 6 grams of protein. A whole block of tofu gives you maybe 15 to 20 grams. But dried shrimp? A staggering 70 grams of highly digestible protein per 100 grams. That is completely off the charts. The real-world results we see are just incredible. Take 82-year-old Mr. Yamada. He was really struggling to walk and had to use a cane. Commercial protein powders just made him super nauseous, so he simply started adding a pinch of dried shrimp to his daily miso soup, his vegetable stir-fries, and his rice. Get this, in just 3 months, his thighs visibly thickened, his strength returned, and he was walking to the market completely without his cane. No way, right? That is the sheer power of digestible protein. Moving right along to miracle food number 2, dried pollock, or suketodara. This right here is the absolute jewel of senior proteins. Just think about this. A single dried pollock holds the protein power of 10 whole eggs. It packs about 80 grams of protein per 100 grams with almost zero fat. But what really makes it magic for seniors is the freeze-drying process. It repeatedly freezes and thaws the fish, which condenses the protein but remarkably softens the fibers. This makes it instantly absorbable even for the most sensitive stomachs. But if you want to get the absolute most out of it, timing matters. You want to consume this in the morning. When you eat protein in the evening, your metabolism is already winding down, so it doesn't convert to muscle efficiently. But in the morning, your body is waking up and your metabolism is highly active. We saw this with a 75-year-old patient, Mr. Ota. He was feeling completely drained just walking around the local park. So he started drinking a simple morning soup made with a little dried pollock, some radish, and carrots. Within 2 short weeks, his morning fatigue just vanished, and his stamina was totally restored. 35 grams. That is the massive amount of gentle protein you get in 100 grams of our third miracle food, black beans, or kodomame. If dried pollock is the treasure of the sea, black beans are for sure the treasure of the earth. They provide significantly more protein than tofu, but because it's plant-based, it digests very slowly and very gently. Now, there are a few specific rules for black beans if you're a senior. First off, they are rich in anthocyanin. That's an antioxidant that literally cleans your blood vessels and lowers blood pressure. A 76-year-old patient actually lowered his unstable blood pressure just by eating these. However, you absolutely must avoid the canned sweet syrups. That excess sugar is just terrible for your blood sugar levels. You really only need 1 large teaspoon a day, maybe mixed into rice or crushed into milk. And finally, keep the portions small just to prevent excess gas. Section 4. Perfect food pairings, maximizing your protein absorption. Getting these miracle foods on your plate is just step 1, but what you actually eat them with acts as natural medicine. Food synergy is a very real science. For example, dried shrimp and spinach is a perfect pairing. The vitamin C and magnesium in the spinach directly help your body absorb that massive calcium load from the shrimp. Next, dried pollock and daikon radish is perfect because the radish contains natural digestive enzymes like amylase that speed up protein breakdown. Black beans and agoma oil is another massive win. The omega-3 fats actually help the beans' antioxidants stay in your body a lot longer. But definitely take note of this one. Tofu and spinach is a classic pairing you should actually avoid. The oxalic acid in the spinach binds with the calcium in the tofu inside your gut, completely blocking its absorption. Definitely keep this in mind the next time you're cooking. Section 5, the 30-day challenge. Reclaim your strength 1 meal at a time. The real secret here is integrating this into your daily routine, and here's exactly how it builds over time. Listen, you don't need an extreme diet overhaul. For week 1, just pick one of the 3, shrimp, pollock, or black beans, and add a tiny pinch to a single daily meal. Maybe some pollock soup for breakfast or some shrimp in your dinner stir-fry. By week 2, patients consistently report noticing significantly improved digestion, and they wake up feeling physically lighter. And by day 30, that's when the real magic happens. Easier walking, much better balance, and visibly stronger muscles. I really want you to let this sink in. Age is just a number. Even at 60, 70, or 80, your muscles can come back. The power for your body to heal and rebuild, it's still inside you right now. You just have to trust your body and give it the right, highly digestible fuel it's been begging for all along. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Which of these 3 miracle proteins will you add to your plate today to start your 10-year rejuvenation? Will it be the calcium-packed dried shrimp, the protein-dense dried pollock in the morning, or the blood vessel-cleaning black beans? Pick one, start today, and take back your strength. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to make a simple change for a much stronger tomorrow.